Guard brought the trash them fast. Water tools to predict the forecast. Gully no make for garbage. Gully no make for trash. Gully no make for mattress. And KFC box. Plastic buckle and see and all bad.
You probably can tell that this is a segment, this is an interview we really wanted to have.
Yes,
like
we said caller.
We said caller because we were talking about it the other morning and we just said, no, it's not finished.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us, thanks for staying with us. And of course, from Carnival cleanup right now to Gully cleanup. Even if me left the Gully. We're calling her the Gully Guard.
Yeah.
Not the Movado, the Gully Guard.
Right.
We're logging into another tech time to meet Angel Pinnock,
yes.
the 2025 Sagicor Innovation Challenge winner and brilliant mind behind the Gully Guard, a smart solution helping to keep our gullies garbage free. Well, she joins us this morning to tell us about her winning idea.
Good
Angel,
morning.
how are you doing?
Good morning. I'm feeling great.
Lovely. And you produced that. Talk to me about that production there.
Okay, so I love animation, I love to draw, and I love all things tech. So I came up with the song, and I sung the song, and I used different voice changing things to change up the voice so like a man.
So that's
and
you?
I made the, yes,
Hold
and
on,
I
play
made
it
the
again.
cartoon.
Oh, wow.
Selector, play it again because I want the people to understand what she's saying.
Angel, bright till they're bright, it's a squeezer.
This is you.
AI.
KFC box. Plastic buckle and see and
No, this
Wow.
one more time. I would have thought that
No,
which
no.
Trinidadian artist you
Angel name needs to go up to the Honorable Andrew Olness for an award.
Yeah,
This is
no, man.
big. This
Prime
is
Minister's
bigly.
Youth Award.
Yeah, this is
Like,
bigly. Now talk to us about how did you conceive the initiative, the idea, the creation of the Gully Guard. What inspired you to come up with this initiative?
Okay, so maybe it started years ago because my grandfather's shop is right above a gully. I always grew up during primary school seeing how much it floods out. And one of the main reasons why it floods is because of garbage accumulation. People around the surroundings will just throw garbage into the gullies, and I see how this will cause blockages. So I think that probably helped to help me come
so
up
your
with the
real life
idea.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was always looking at Jamaica's drainage infrastructure, and I'm like, how can we use technology and smart engineering to better and help the processes that we face today?
Wow.
Where you studying at school? Like, where you go to school for actually study?
I'm actually studying computer science, but I love robotics, I love engineering, I love animation, I love drawing, I love all things tech. UTech, University of Technology.
So how does the actual Gully Guard work?
Yeah, how does it...
Yeah, how is it going to alleviate the problem that you grew up seeing?
Okay, so first of all, the whole idea falls under the umbrella company Floodsense. Now, Floodsense is an IoT-based solution.
IoT meaning Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. So it uses connected technology in order to create products that will help to alleviate flooding. So one of the products I came up with was Gully Guard, because as I said, one of the issues why our gullies flood is because of garbage accumulation.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that you shouldn't dump garbage in the gullies.
Them does not care. Because a lot of them are not directly affected sometimes, Dennis. So they don't, like Angel's grandfather or like Angel, they don't see the real life effects of it. You throw a box or you throw a bottle and you're going about your business.
Because it gone.
Because it gone.
But it gone to somewhere else.
Somebody else's yard and somebody else's shop.
That's true. So what the Gully Guard does, we place it at strategic areas, especially areas where the gullies intersect roads, so that we can capture the garbage before it enters inside of the gully beds, because the main issue or the main cause for the large amount of money we're spending. By the way, we spent $2.5 billion last year just cleaning out the gullies.
Billion.
Wow. Billion Jamaican dollars. So the issue is once the garbage enter inside of the gullies, we're going to now have to send tractors in the gullies, which then will have to clean the garbage, which then breaks the gully bed, which then we have to fix the gully bed because damaged gullies, it won't allow for the water to flow, which therefore cause a problem of flooding.
Again,
So that's where Gully Guard comes into play, where we capture the garbage before it enters inside of the gully bed. That way it allows for easier cleanup processes and faster cleanup times.
Assuming that Matthew Samuda and Prime Minister Holness, they're watching this conversation right now, and they're saying, you know, well, I don't know that they would be saying this, but suppose somebody is saying, good idea, but that solution sounds like an expensive solution that we can't necessarily afford. Is it, to create this Gully Guard, is it an expensive, smart solution?
Well, in comparison to the cost we're spending right now of over $2.5 billion, this solution is something that is not only cost efficient because it can cut the cleanup cost by over a half, but it's something that we can actually start doing right now. It's not something that we can say, oh, maybe 10 years down the line, because we have the technology right now. We have the engineering concepts right now that can actually implement and create this.
Is it something that we'd have to send go foreign for make and bring come back?
Not at all. We can do it locally, starting at our universities, such as the University of Technology. We have labs that can readily create this. We have researchers who can readily help to assist in the implementation of this. So it's not something that we have to outsource. We can do it here locally in Jamaica.
So the Gully Guard is like a catchment, so to speak.
Right.
Yes.
And so you stop the garbage from going
into the gully bed, because that's where the costs
Make
begin.
the connection with IoT though. So how does IoT help it to work?
Okay, so as I said before, Floodsense is an IOT based ecosystem. So it's not just the Gully Guard. There are many other products that we're going to launch which can help with the issue of gully flooding. But first we have to start with the main issue, which is gully blockages.
Right.
Because Floodsense is not necessarily a waste management system. What it does is help with the cleanup costs. Therefore, we can move on to even greater projects such as our flood sensors, which can help to detect gully health that no other industry in Jamaica currently is tracking on a day-to-day basis.
What's that, Gully Health?
So gully health, meaning as in how much garbage is in this gully, how much, for instance, carbon dioxide is being released here. So we're going to look at the elements that many people overlook in order to not only prevent flooding, but also help and assist with our water management system.
So maybe Sandy Gully is doing better than another gully, comparatively speaking. No, I'm saying just
hypothetically.
Yes, potentially. And actually, a lot of people don't know that all of the gullies are one gully. It's one gully. So there's no my gully. There's no, it's a whole channel of interconnected gullies. So they don't understand that if this gully right here is blocked, then that gully right there won't get the water.
So when you're driving through Seaview and you see like lots of vegetation grow up in a whole section of the gully, it has implications for the
Sandy
people.
Gully.
That's right.
It has implications up Manningsville Road and so forth.
So let me ask you though, Angel, so you've come up with this great idea. You've won this competition because everybody recognizes that this is really something that we should, you know, invest in, or this is worthwhile. You have the prototype. What will it take? Do you need investors? Do you need what to get this thing going and implemented? Because I tend to find that we will sometimes have good ideas, but they don't leave from the paper to reality. What will that take? Do you need us to say, money people, somebody who have $5 million US for them now really use this morning, call Angel. What do we need to do to get it up and running?
Thank you for that question. So yes, right now we need a lot of partnerships. We need investment into the product and the project, and we also need a team. So what I'm looking for is individuals in, as you say, high places that can help to realize this project and this product, so that it moves from just a concept to something that is happening in reality right now.
Like how much money we need?
So I asked for an investment of over 150,000 USD for 1% equity in my company. However, I'm looking at perhaps a starting of 50,000 USD so that we can actually find the products and we can actually find the materials that can not only withstand the garbage but also the floods. So we need a little bit more rigorous testing and then launch from testing and prototype phase to actuality.
Okay.
I think it can be done.
How proud are you of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself, but I am very humble.
I think there's a typo in my. This says you're 21 years old.
Yes, I'm 21 years old.
Talk to you. You're 21 years old?
Yes, I'm 21 years old.
Like in our what?
Well, let me just say, big up to you, Tech.
Yeah.
I never attended the institution, but no lie, I did of course. But this is
I did an exam over there. Did that count? I did my exams.
Yeah, man, that counts. Yeah. This is what universities exist to do. You don't just go to university to study some book and pass some exam and get one piece of paper. This is what universities exist to do, to create new knowledge, to create innovations, to learn and go out and turn that learning into something that can make our country
humanity better. And I want to big up Angel as well, Dennis, because at 21 years old, you see, and I hope all the other 21-year-olds watching, this is an example. She's an example of what is possible at 21. Doesn't matter that you're 21, 25, you can still use your mind for something positive. And I want to congratulate you, young lady, on this wonderful initiative. And I wish you all the best continued growth and success. I see the brightness by you. I see the forward progress and elevation.
You know, like, as a progressive young woman, as you mentioned about, using your mind, it's not just to use your mind. You went and you started the business. Yeah. You went and you're willing to take some equity, offer equity in the business. That's a really smart
girl.
move.
Love it.
Yeah,
love
real
it.
Deal. Yeah, man.
All those persons, if you can invest, please do contact Angel. Where do we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at angel_Pinnock.
All right, very
well.
Right. Good job.
Thank you very much. Angel Pinnock has been our guest. Angel Pinnock and Floodsense for thinking smart and acting even smarter. Remember, Gully no make for garbage. Please.
Definitely.
Yeah? There's more Sunrise coming up after this break.
Gully no make for trash. Gully no